Get your name in Call of Duty Ghosts. Sony thinks you should have more friends, and Microsoft thinks you're bored. All this and more on G-Tech. What's up, guys? BriarRabbit here, and let me talk about the gameplay real quick. It's kind of a slow starter, but stick around toward the end. I think you're really going to like how this one ends up. It's pretty fun and pretty exciting. So our first story is going to be about us. It's going to be about Call of Duty Ghosts and allowing us to be in the game. So apparently, I suspect this will be in August, although details haven't been announced yet. Infinity Ward came out and said, we are going to put players in the game. So actual people who play the game will have a chance to get their name in the game or their likeness in the game. And this is really cool. I think this is a lot of fun. It's a really cool way of kind of getting people excited about the new game, getting the new game in people's headspace. But there's going to be a lot of promotions. They're actually going to use YouTubers to help get this out. Not me, I'm sure, but popular YouTubers. And yeah, you're going to have a chance by probably competing in contests or putting in some kind of forum to actually have your name in the game. And I think that's pretty cool. I like that kind of stuff. You know, it shows that Call of Duty, you know, maybe this is marketing, but at least they're, you know, making an attempt to really draw in the community and get people excited about the game. I know I'm excited about the game. I can't wait for this thing to come out. Our next story comes from the PlayStation All Access site. Sony has confirmed that the PS4 will allow up to 2,000 friends to be on your friends list. That's a lot of friends. I can't imagine many people using that, but it's nice to not have an arbitrary number, a small arbitrary number like 100 that's on Xbox Live. 2,000 to me is really exciting because while I don't have 2,000 subscribers, not even near that, what it will allow me to do is really kind of fill up my friends list with, you know, subscribers plus my regular friends and a lot of people to play with. And that makes me really happy because you'll never have a moment where you don't have a party you can play with. And everybody knows playing with a party in games like Call of Duty is way more fun in really any games. When you have a group of friends together, it just makes the game more fun. And 2,000, you know, that's a lot of friends. They also said, Sony also has confirmed that the party chat feature and using applications such as Netflix and Hulu or whatever else may happen to come out for the PS4 will not require a PS Plus membership on the PS4. So that's good news. A lot of people had a big complaint with Microsoft that if you want to use Netflix or Hulu or whatever other online features they have, you had to have an Xbox Live membership. While if you bought a Blu-ray player or a Roku, you didn't have to have any such membership. You had to have a membership to Netflix, but it feels like they were double dipping on that. You know, it was a feature that a lot of other people offered for free, and Microsoft was charging for. So it's good to see that Sony is going to be keeping with the free model on, you know, the Netflix and all that kind of online video kind of stuff, and it makes me real happy. I hope Xbox Live will take a note from this. There's no reason to double charge for that. You know, there's really no reason to charge for Xbox Live in order to use Netflix. Netflix is already charging us, Microsoft, so get off our backs, man. A little bit of news came out of Microsoft today in regards to their online matchmaking, and this looked pretty exciting to me. A couple of weeks ago, I did a quick story about how they will be better at matching you up with players that have a similar attitude to you as you. So if you're yelling and screaming obscenities into the microphone, you're more likely to get matched up with people who do the same. And if you're pretty chill and just there to have a good time, then again you're more likely to meet players online that are, you know, chill and just there to have a good time. So they also announced that Smart Match, this is going to be their name of their matchmaking system. Smart Match finds the perfect player for the perfect game. So titles have the ability to match you with other players based on reputation. This is what we kind of already knew. Skill, language, age, and even your specific gameplay style all come into play here. So theoretically, you won't find yourself in a lobby with a bunch of other Call of Duty players who are way over your head. This is disappointing a little bit because, you know, you never really get better if you don't face people who are way better than you. So, I don't know how I feel about this totally. I'd kind of rather let games take care of, you know, how the skill level of who I get matched up with. Another thing they talk about is Smart Match frees up your time. While Xbox Live is matchmaking, you're untethered and free to do what you want, like watch TV or check out your favorite website. Even if you're playing other digital games, you can even play another game while you're getting matchmaked in, you know, the game you're originally playing, which is kind of cool. You know, I don't find that I spend a whole lot of time waiting for matchmaking to start, but if I had something like some kind of simple asteroids game, or, you know, some kind of quick little game I could play, that, you know, I guess that would make the time pass a little quicker. They also said Smart Match lets you know when your game is ready. So, assuming that you're playing, let's say you're watching a movie on Netflix, and you say, you know what, maybe I'll play a little Call of Duty. Well, now the Xbox One, once it finds you a match, will just say, hey, there's a match ready, you ready? And you can say, yes, I'm ready. And it'll just bounce you right into the match instead of having to load Call of Duty, load multiplayer, start the matchmaking, sit there and wait, and then get joined into a match. All this time you can be watching a movie on Netflix or playing some other game. That's pretty cool stuff, you know. I've never heard anything like that, and I like that. You know, it's just another example of these next-gen companies kind of thinking ahead and thinking about how we as gamers want to use these products. For as much hate as Microsoft's getting right now, they're doing some pretty cool stuff, and this is one of those things, you know. And I, for one, am pretty excited for the Xbox One. I have some issues with some of their past policies, but the more Microsoft talks in the last month or so, the happier they're making me. And I, for one, I'm really excited. Plus, they got Call of Duty Ghosts DLC first, and they got Titanfall as a console exclusive. I mean, those two things alone are signing me up for the Xbox One. I don't know. What do you guys think? Does that sound like a cool feature, being able to join a online matchmaking while you're doing something else, or is it just completely frivolous? Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Hit that like button if you like this video. It really helps me out. It helps that video kind of get seen by more people. And if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.